What was the most satisfying revenge you took on your cheating partner? I figured we had a good thing going. Just a normal married couple living the suburban life, both of us working steady jobs, financially solid, healthy, kids in the mix, and a decent intimate life. I thought our social life was fine too. We hit a rough patch like most couples do, long hours at work, not enough time spent together, my son having some developmental challenges which made things tense at home. I noticed she was glued to her phone more than usual, chatting with her girlfriends, but I didn't think too much about it. I started trying harder, leaving work early when I could, helping more around the house, being there emotionally. But instead of closing the gap, things just got worse. One day, I charged an old iPad for our son, and her Facebook Messenger was still logged in. I found some suspicious messages with a guy named Jim from her hometown. They weren't outright inappropriate, but parts were missing, and the timing didn't add up. I made a mental note and kept trying to fix things. Next day, after taking time off to do some projects to please her and leaving sweet notes, I saw her in the living room, texting away again. I grabbed the iPad, opened Messenger at work, and watched as she and Jim tore me apart, making fun of everything about me, even stuff I trusted her with. The messages had a flirty undertone, especially when she criticized my performance in bed. She was deleting messages as the chat went on, but I managed to screenshot some. I wasn't ready to confront her then. I stayed late at the office, drank a bit, and spent the next day thinking about what to do. When she asked what was wrong, I just said I had a bad day. Over the next couple of weeks, I kept screenshotting messages while drinking and distancing myself. The chats got more open, she was all in, and Jim was throwing around I love yous. I talked to a lawyer and started preparing to move on. Then things got surreal. I found out Jim was coming to town to spend a weekend with her at a nice hotel. Somehow, I pieced together when and where. The day after, she suggested a spa weekend with her friends to relax and promised we'd focus on the marriage after. I played along, hoping to get back on track. I had the lawyer draw up a separation agreement, she'd move out, get weekend visitation, no child support until the divorce was final. Then came the worst 2 weeks of my life. Most of my feelings for her were gone, replaced by a rage I never knew I had. The big day arrived. I took off work, withdrew half the money from all joint accounts, left her half untouched, and redirected my paycheck to a new bank. I printed 75 pages of Facebook Messenger screenshots and killed time, not wanting to be at home. She texted she was leaving and said she loved me. I told her to have fun. I showed up at the hotel lobby around 8:30, called her phone, straight to voicemail. I asked the front desk to connect me to Jim's room. When he answered, I told him to send my wife down. He played dumb. I told him he had 5 minutes. Less than 2 minutes later, she came out looking flustered. I sat her down, told her I wasn't there to argue, and laid out the screenshots. I told her the only way I wouldn't share them with our daughter, her parents, and everyone else was if she left immediately. She was proud, and her daughter was going through a rebellious phase. If she found out, their relationship would be over. She was also her parents' favorite, so reputation mattered. Shame was my only weapon. I handed her a check for her share of the money market account and told her to find a place. I gave her the separation agreement and told her to sign and leave it when she packed. I asked if she wanted to look through the screenshots. She said no. I told her to have fun with Jim and warned her not to come back or I'd send the screenshots to everyone. I left, heard her break down, went to my car, and had my own breakdown. I didn't cry or yell in front of her like I might have before, I held it together. I don't know what happened that night or weekend. She kept calling and texting to talk, but I ignored her. By Monday, the movers arrived, and she delivered the agreement. I told the kids, Mommy and Daddy need some time apart, but we still love you, just like any divorced family would. After a week, she wanted to talk seriously. I listened because I had a plan and wanted to hear her out. She begged for another chance, promised to fix things, and cried on my lap. I told her I was done, but she should arrange marriage counseling and stay involved with the kids. So started the new normal. She came over a few nights a week, cooked dinner, cleaned, did laundry, then went back to her place. Counseling was mostly her working through her stuff while I played the victim. I never intended to take her back. I just wanted to keep my kids, prove I was the primary caregiver, and make sure she had no claim to the house. After a few months, I saw my own therapist and got diagnosed with depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. I asked work if I could go part-time to deal with my mental health. They said yes. 6 months later, I told her I could not forgive her now but wanted an amicable divorce. I said she was still the love of my life and maybe someday we could try again. She was crushed but agreed to the divorce. When the court needed statements from the kids, they both wanted to stay with me in the house they knew. I got the house, primary custody, and child support since I was working part-time. For 2 years now, I live with my kids, work less, and the ex helps support us financially. When she takes the kids on weekends, I get to have my own fun. My kids see me as the hero for staying strong. She still tries to win me back every time she visits, but it will never happen.